By default in Photoshop, in the Essentials workspace, Mini Bridge is collapsed in the lower left-hand corner. Now, if you can't see the Mini Bridge panel, you can either choose Essentials and then select Reset Essentials, or you can use the Window menu and then choose Extensions and then Mini Bridge. To expand Mini Bridge, simply click on the tab. You can then expand it further by positioning your cursor at the top of the window and dragging up, or we can collapse it and make it a little bit smaller by dragging down. If you prefer Mini Bridge to appear in another location and not be nested with the timeline panel, you can click on the tab that says Mini Bridge and then just drag it out away from that nesting of panels. When you let go, you'll notice that Mini Bridge will float on top of any other panels. If we click in this gray area here, when I position it over on the right-hand side, you can see it'll actually float on top of those panels. In fact, if I wanted to resize this and make it larger, I can actually display Mini Bridge on a secondary monitor if I have a 2-monitor setup. I'll go ahead and collapse the timeline panel by double-clicking on it. If I want to dock Mini Bridge with my other panels over here on the right, I click on the Mini Bridge tab and then position my cursor right on top of the other panels. You can see when I have that one solid blue line, that tells me that I'm going to dock Mini Bridge as an icon with those other 2 iconic panels. So I'll release my cursor and we can see Mini Bridge has become docked. If I want Mini Bridge to be revealed, I'll click where it says Mini Bridge and it will fly out to the left. Here I can navigate to my desktop, double-click, and then double-click on Demo Files, and then double-click on Interface in order to see the contents of that folder. Now my thumbnails are really large right now, and although I can scroll through them, I think I'll make the panel a little bit smaller by positioning my cursor right at the left-hand edge of the panel and then dragging over towards the right. Now we can see that my thumbnails are smaller and it's much quicker to scroll through them. By default, when I double-click to open an image, you can see that the image opens in Photoshop, but the Mini Bridge panel stays expanded. If I wanted Mini Bridge to automatically collapse after I open a document, I could Control-click on Mac or right-mouse-click on Windows and choose the option to auto-collapse iconic panels. Now when I click away from the panel, Mini Bridge will act kind of like a drawer and just put itself back into this row of iconic panels. So now if I click to open Mini Bridge, we navigate down. I'm going to skip the second image, but I'm going to double-click on the third thumbnail here and open it. When I double-click, sure enough, it's open in Photoshop, and when I click away, Mini Bridge will auto-collapse. If I want to turn that off, all I need to do is click again on Mini Bridge and then either Control-click on the Mac or right-mouse-click on Windows and toggle off the auto-collapse iconic panels. Now, even if I click somewhere else in my image, you can see that Mini Bridge doesn't auto-collapse. If I want to put Mini Bridge back, I need to click on the double-headed arrows right here to collapse it, and then click again on Mini Bridge to expand it. There's a quick shortcut that you should know about when you're working with Mini Bridge. I'm going to navigate to a different folder. I'll go up one level to the demo files, and then I'll click on the 0102 Bridge folder. Then I'll select File and Browse in Bridge. When Bridge is displayed, you'll notice that those 2 folders are not in sync, and that's a feature. However, by default, if I have a folder targeted in Bridge, and then I return to Photoshop, Mini Bridge gets redirected to that folder. If I wanted to navigate to a different folder here in Mini Bridge again, for example, I'll go up one level to the desktop and back to 0102. If I want to tell Bridge to mimic or to navigate to the same folder, then I can right mouse click and say Reveal in Bridge, and Bridge will automatically get redirected to be viewing that same folder. Now in Bridge, I'll navigate back to the 07 Interface folder and then click on the boomerang. When I return back to Mini Bridge, it's going to redirect that folder for me. Now before we wrap up, I want to reset my Essentials workspace, so I'll select it and then choose Reset Essentials so that we're all looking at the same interface. You can see that between Bridge and Mini Bridge, there are many different ways to find the files that you want to work with. And now that you know the different options, I'm sure that you'll find the workflow that's right for you.